All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on how a lot of people have got understanding on what's coming, right? But they don't have the image, or they haven't been given the sight of the final part of the story, man, or they haven't been given the image of the last part of the prophecy, right? Because when you're listening to a lot of these people, right, like these financial guys, these financial experts, when you listen to these guys that are heavy into the politics regarding war, right, a lot of the things that they say, when they say you see these things happen and you see these things come to pass, right, because they understand those things, right? They understand those things are going to happen. But the difference is that we also understood that those things was going to happen too, right? We understood that those earthly things was going to happen too. But with a lot of these people is that they'll say that all these earthly things are going to happen and they're going to take place, but then they'll still continue speaking about these things taking place in an earthly way. So they might say, oh, the economy is going to crash, things are going to go cashless, this is going to stir up wars amongst different countries because people's economies are going to crash and people are going to be angry with America. They'll say all of that, and they might say that America could get destroyed in a war. They'll say all of these things, but they forget about the main thing that matters, man, which is that Yahweh Shai is involved in it. World War III is going to cause for Yahweh Shai to show up, right? And I'll say that again. World War III is going to cause for Yahweh Shai, the savior of the Bible, to show himself to the earth. I'm going to say it a third time. World War III is going to cause for Yahweh Shai to show himself to the earth, man. Right? It's going to cause, that's what's going to cause for Yahweh Shai to return to the earth. This is Amos chapter 3 and verse 7. Surely Yahweh will do, in fact, let me jump up. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh have not done it? Surely Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And that's what all of these people don't have. They have the earthly script, what they've heard and what they can foresee, because they've got knowledge of economy, they've got knowledge of finance, they've got knowledge of politics regarding war. They understand how war works. They might understand all of these things, man, right? But they don't have that last key part of faith where they believe the heavenly thing that's going to happen through these earthly things happening, right? These earthly events that are taking place are going to cause for a heavenly event to take place. And I'm going to say it for a fourth time. World War III is going to cause for Yahweh Shai to show himself to the earth. Now, why am I saying that? Is it because I'm bugged out and I've got demons on me? Or is it because the scriptures say that that's what's going to happen? Let's see, right? Because a lot of people, they don't really want to accept that heavenly part, you know? They want to just be like, oh, I believe this earthly stuff's going to happen, but if World War III came, we're just all blown to smithereens and there's not going to be no people left on the earth. That's what people think, right? But let's read this. This is 2 Ezra chapter 13 and verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that dwell upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one worm against another. And that is World War III that's going to be taking place. That's speaking about World War III. That's also speaking about civil wars. That's speaking about many different battles that are going to be taking place on earth. Verse 32. And a time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall appear, which shall show thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. So that's what's going to cause for Yahweh Shai to show himself to the earth. That's why the scriptures say in the book of Luke, I'm come to send fire upon the earth. This is Luke 12, I believe. I'm come to send fire upon the earth, and what will I, if it be already kindled? Right? Well, I'm going to say it another time, man. World War III is what's going to cause for the Messiah to show himself to the earth, right? That war is going to be so brutal. that the only way that the elect to the nation of Israel is going to be able to flee from that time unhurt, unharmed, is by Yahweh Shai coming and gathering them from the one end of the earth even to the other. Verse 33, and when all people shall hear his voice, every man shall in his own land leave the battle they have one against another, right? So that's world war. And then the new multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and overcome him by fighting. So that everyone in the world is going to be doing their own thing, fighting against each other. Then Yahweh Shai is going to show himself to the earth. And that's going to cause for all these other nations to stop fighting against each other and try and team up to fight against the Messiah, right? That's what these people are thinking in their mind, are going to think in their minds to do. And they're going to be scared, yet they're still going to fight because Yahweh is going to put it in their minds to fight against Yahweh Shai in that day, right? And that's what a lot of these people that they understand deep things, man. Like they understand a lot of things. If you was to hear them talk about finance, you'd be like, damn, right? If you was to take certain financial advice that they was to give, right? If it was really trying to become rich like that, you'd probably make money, you know? Like the red pill community, they can break down a woman real deep, man. They can break down a woman real deep, but guess what? The Bible already speaks about that stuff and already done been told us to not stumble at the beauty of a woman. It already done been told us that I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets. The Bible already told you that it's hard to find a valuable woman for her prices above rubies. The Bible already done said that a man is higher than a woman. The Bible already said that a man is supposed to have multiple wives and isn't supposed to give his power onto a woman. The Bible already is heavily against simping, right? But these red pill cats, they can understand these women, right? But they can't understand why the women are like that. In particular, our nation of women, they don't understand that we're cursed. They don't understand why it is that some men are rich, millionaires, but some men are broke. Even though they understand that there's men richer than them that are having that are making them have to alter their speech when they're making these videos, when they're asking for super chats and all that, where they're telling people to subscribe and all of that. They understand that. They understand that there's people that are richer than them, and that to them, to the people that are richer than them, these guys are broke themselves, and they wouldn't want to be mocked by the guys that are significantly richer than them that would look at them like they're a peasant, but they don't have no problem looking at the guys that are lower than them like they're a peasant. They don't understand that depth, you know. But they understand women. They can break down women. They can understand certain things about finance, right? They understand earthly things, but they don't have that final picture that the heavenly realm is involved in all of these things. They don't have that part, man. This is Luke chapter 12 and verse 49. I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I, if it already be kindled? And when Yahweh Shai shows himself to the earth, the world's already going to be on fire, man. People are already going to be on a mad one, you know? Verse 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. And there's been many things that are causing divisions on this earth, man. There was a whole thing that's went on recently that some people did it and some people didn't do it, right? That's caused divisions. There's many things that's taking place on the earth that's causing divisions from one people and another, man. And there's going to continually keep being more and more. And people in that, you'll be lucky if one household is all in unity on what they stand for, man. You'll be lucky in that day. And that's what this lesson's about, man. Well, but it's one of the things this lesson's been about anyway, because a lot of people know certain things, man. Like I'm listening to was watching something before I started doing this video, in fact, right? One particular guy that goes heavily into things with the war in Ukraine. Some people might know what I'm talking about. He goes heavy into the things with the stuff going on in Ukraine and the things going on with Russia or whatever, right? But the thing is with that guy, he knows all of these things, man, and he can break it down, man. He'll understand certain things. He'll be able to break things down. He'll be able to even say how I can see how this is going to cause this to happen, and I'll be able to see how I'll be able to cause that to happen. But he won't go the final step where he'll be like, man, yep, that would be Babylon the Great then. Yep, that would mean this is going to happen. yep, that would mean that this book is true. And that's what people are trying to do. They're trying to have the truth without having the source of the truth, which is the Bible, because they've been made to think that this book is a joke because they haven't received the message through faith that's spoken of, that we've received, man. They can't see what it is that we see. They can't hear what it is that we hear, even though they see the same thing. And even though they hear the same thing, they see something different, man. It's kind of like when people, like, we're Jakes, man. So when we hear certain people talking in slang, we'll understand that real quick. But Eda might come by and hearing that stuff, he'll be like, what is this? What, you can't talk English? And the thing is, we'll be able to understand our own people talking in slang, but we'll also be able to understand them as well, how they talk. So who's the one that's really got the skills with communication? Is it them or us? Because we can break down the ways that they talk, but we can also understand the ways that we talk, man. But they can't. But then even still, these politicians have got their own wicked languages and their wicked way, but where they talk, man, where they don't answer the question that you ask them. They got their own way of talking too. But the point of this lesson, anyway, man, I ain't gonna ramble on too much more, man. The point of this lesson is that these people have got a lot of truth, but they haven't been able to connect the dots to show the link to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Alright, and I'm gonna end the lesson there. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. Shalom.